you're young, broke, and tired of hearing follow your passion while your life is literally falling apart, this video is for you. At 18 years old, I was buried in debt. I believe school would save me. It didn't. I watched my family break under financial pressure. I lost my dad. I failed him. But I turned all that pain into purpose. And today, at 22 years old, I run a business that makes me $30K per month without showing my face, being completely independent, and all from my phone. If you're ready to escape the trap, I'm going to show you exactly how. I was just a normal 80 years old guy, a student in Paris with big dreams, studying art because everyone told me to follow my passion. But passion doesn't pay rent. It doesn't pay $1,000 per month for a tiny apartment. It doesn't buy food when you only got $200 left to pay for my studies. I took out a student loan, and my dad, he went even further. Together with my mom, they took out a $500,000 bank loan, hoping the property they bought and renovated will bring enough money to support me. My dad was only earning $1,400 per month, so that decision came from pure love and pure hope. But he got scammed. He lost $250K to a fraudulent construction company. They left the house in ruins, and my parents had to pay again just to undo the damage. So our family, it cracked under the pressure. My parents split up. My mom cried all the time. I wasn't there. I was alone in Paris, pretending everything was okay. But inside, I was drowning in guilt. I mean, I wanted to help, but I couldn't. I didn't know how. And the worst part is I realized my studies were completely useless. I met people in the art world, broke, arrogant, and unhappy. I just couldn't end up like them. Therefore, I made a choice. So I started my first business, a small camera agency. I was 19 years old, working day and night, going to class during the day, grinding at the night. I made a bit of money, but not enough, nothing crazy. I was still in debt. I couldn't even afford a plane ticket to visit home. I was stuck. After my studies, I had a job in Paris. My boss was cool. I was doing like design stuff, but every time I thought about traveling, I knew I would lose that job. I had no freedom. And then deep down, I didn't want to live like this forever. So I started watching videos, online businesses, digital freedom. At first, it felt like watching rich people on Netflix. I couldn't really relate to them. I thought, yeah, this is fake. That guy is like 20 years old and he's earning literally so much money. It's fake. But then I asked myself, who's making real money online? And the answer shocked me. It was like the OnlyFans girl. They were making insane cash, but I didn't want to do that. I'm not a girl. I'm not going to get naked online. Then I discovered the truth. Most of these girls have managers, guys working from the shadows, running the account, taking 50% of the profits. That made sense to me. That was a business and a real opportunity for me. So I quit my job. I took the last $3K I had. I invested in some courses and I started my own agency. But here's the thing. I had no clue what I was doing. I was used to working for someone else, being told what to do. I had no support. No one believed in it. 3 months passed, zero money, zero results. Then everything changed. I got the call from my mom suddenly. She was crying. She told me my dad just passed away. I still remember how I froze. I felt like I failed everything. All that effort to help my family, it was too late. The man who gave up everything for me, I couldn't give back in time. I didn't take a break. I didn't stop to cry. I made a promise to myself and to my dad that I would become a millionaire. I know it sounds stupid, and I would never let money destroy my family again. So I went all in that day. Day and night, no parties, no distractions, just work. And 1 month later, I signed more models. I made my first sales. I hit my first 10K per month. I'm here with Daisy. So one of our new models. Do we look trustful? Do you trust the results we have? Dis-toi que tout ça, c'est les comptes d'une seule modèle, tu vois. C'est-à-dire si je regarde, tu vois.
En une semaine, les gars. Regardez, premier.
And at 21 years old, I opened my own company at Dubai. I traveled, I had my family, but success didn't last forever. one of my models disappeared and she stole $20K from the business, gone overnight. Therefore, I had literally to start everything over again. I was making 20K per month, so I was taking 50%, and that girl just left. So the next day I was literally making zero. That's when I said enough. Why I'm building someone else's brand, developing her business? Why I'm giving 50% to a girl who can just vanish the next day? And that's when I saw the future, AI. I created my first AI model. She looked real. She didn't complain. She didn't disappear. She worked 24 hours on 7 days. She didn't stop making photos because now she have a boyfriend. She didn't take holidays, and I kept 100% of the profit and of the money that I was making. Literally, no stress, no emotion, no unpredictability, no accident. That's when everything clicked. I realized I could finally build a business that I control 100% and I feel safe for the long term. So I literally turned my agency into an AIOFM business. And now my AI models generate me over 30K per month. You can even watch my first video on YouTube. I literally documented all the progression. I travel, I eat at $300 restaurants, I rent a $7K per month apartment without any stress. But more than anything, I feel free and safe. So look, AIOFM is not my passion, but helping people like you, that is. Helping the kid who's stuck in school thinking a degree will change their life. Helping the guy working a 9 to 5 who hates waking up. Helping the person who feel like they're running out of time. That's my passion. I have complete beginners go from 0 to 10K per month profit. And some of them didn't even speak English. Some of them didn't even have computer. And some of them were literally depressed. But now they're free. And the system is stupidly simple. One, you just have to create a realistic AI girl. You don't need to be an expert. I show you how. And even complete beginners, I was very surprised, they created better looking AI influencers than mine. So you don't need a powerful computer or some engineering skills. Then you just need to make her go viral. It's very easy to make a pretty girl go viral on social media. Or literally 17, 20 years old girl who are just pretty and have millions of followers because of that. And in top of that, I have an exclusive growth hack that works even if you're new. You're literally forced the algorithm to make your AI influencer go viral in the first week. You use the tool I gave you like 3 days ago, right? And then you just have like this amount of followers in only 2 days. And how many DMs did you had?
796, yeah. And
In how many days? In how many days?
It's just 2 days, bro. It's just 2 days. Oh, I literally had, bro, 500 to 600 DMs. I'll show you right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. On IG, how many followers?
Like
did you get
650
in one day?
in one day, and I got probably around 650 followers from that. Like right now, still there's probably around 200 guys in requests and in DMs. So I'm like kind of thinking like how I can like even go about answering all of this.
Just show me like go on the reels so I can just check the views. You make. Yep. 50K, 40K, 50K. Listen, you don't have the time to randomly wait for the algorithm to bring you views. You need to force it because it's what you deserve as a beginner who need to make money as fast to help your family. And finally, you just need to monetize her on Fanvue. The demand is insane. People are addicted to this and they pay a lot. And you don't need to have crazy number of followers on social medias to make your first sale. Literally, you can make couple of hundred of bucks in days, but you need to apply the exact same marketing strategy to not make the mistake to chase for views, but for sales. And listen, I know what I'm talking about because I have some students who had ridiculous amount of followers on social medias. So monetization is key. And if you don't build your AI influencer around monetization, you are leaving all the money on the table.
This is for this month. Now I have a few more days. I will reach 3K.
I recommend you to continue like this and just like improve your chatting because when you're alone, like you, it's better to only do high ticket. So you don't have too much conversations, but the only conversations you have are making a lot of money. Okay, so that way you can still like live a life, sleep, and have some time. So continue like this, scale, become good, And when you will become very good at chatting, that's why I don't say it now. That's how you scale. And when you want to scale to 20K per month, because you know how to chat high ticket, you can hire someone to do it for you and teach him how to do and manage him. But if you don't know yourself how to make good sales, you cannot have someone to make the sales for you because you don't know how to do it. So he will be stuck and you too, and you will lose money. So that's the thing to do. So just make these changes, and I promise you, you will at least make double money.
I almost earn in like almost first week. I almost earn $170 from Uncall and $360 from Fanvue. You the most good thing about you, because you are still giving updates on the community. You are with the community, you listening to them, you listening to the problems, because community is not just a community, you know. You so as many people, for example, it's 300 people, 400 people, 500 people, there's 500 problems, you know. There's no 500 people.
You don't need a fancy computer, just your phone. And if you don't believe people pay for AI girls, think about it. People spend money every day on fiction, hentai, anime, cartoon. I remember when I was 60 years old, dudes in high school spend their most money on this stuff. So this business just gives them what they're already buying, just smarter. And I don't see why, if some 21 years old girl with zero experience, they can make millions or they can literally thousands of dollars by showing her body, why you cannot do the same with AI. You can literally have all the best strategy if you know how to do all the marketing and you're a really hardworking guy, not like some of those girls. You can literally make so much more money. So you literally have all the advantages of the girls who can open an OF to like become wealthy and rich. You can now do exactly the same with AI. And no one knows that. That's for me literally the biggest opportunity in 2025. If I was a beginner and I had to start a business from zero, that's what I would be doing, because I just need my phone. You don't need to do crazy work or put like crazy efforts. It's like the girls who open like an OF on social medias to make money. Billions and billions of dollars that people spend every year in this industry. And it's booming and even making more money. I just remember how like literally 5 years ago, there were no millionaires girls in that industry. But look at this year or last year with literally Sophie Rand, who's like 21 years old, and all of her friends, and so many girls are literally booming because of this industry. It's not because they are genius, it's just because they took the opportunity where there's literally so much money in that business. It was very important for me to just explain you my story so you just know like the truth that you can do in 2025. Like, listen, I know how you're thinking, you feel stuck, you feel lost. What I'm trying to say is, I was so bad at business. And that's why I completely understand all the situation and all the phases you will go through if you want to grow in that industry. Listen, I went from like an art student to like a guy who's trying to learn like marketing using social media. I went from the guy who was selling some photos for like $20 to selling my first video for like $1,000. And when I made that first sale, I was literally in my sofa chilling. But I just needed to write to some guys to sell the content. I also went through that phase where like literally I was stuck at making 5K per month and I didn't know how to go to that 10K per month. And if you watch my YouTube videos, my first one, you will see that I was stuck for a moment to like that $10K and then scaling to that 20K and even more per month. I used every tool that exists in that industry to create your AI, to like sell the content, to like how discuss with the guy. I just tried everything that I know because of course I had a pretty cool network. We're like very experienced guy and we just exchange some information between us. And to be honest, I really enjoy and I'm very glad that I started this YouTube channel to document my journey, because first that creates me some opportunity and I started also to become an online coach to help people to do the same thing. And guess what? I'm super proud and I'm super glad that I'm making content showing how I made money with that business that changed my life and that changed also the life of so many people. By the way, if you want to learn more about like the technical stuff or how to do it, I made a complete free course about like between 1 to 2 hours on my YouTube channel. You can totally go watch it and like note everything. Now listen, if that business feels right to you, we are offering right now a completely free call with one of our AI Vault coaches. So no pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation to see if this business fits you and your situation. But here's the thing, we only open a few slots each month and they fill very fast. So this is only for you if you're serious about it. And if you're serious about turning content into cash with your AI influencer. If you feel like everything I said makes sense and that's what you were looking for, don't wait. You can click the link below and book a completely free call. The worst case scenario, you leave the call with crystal clear insight on the exact strategy you should take, even if this path isn't made for you. And the best case, this could be the start of your first 20K per month business. Listen, I say it with like the bottom of my heart because I know there are a lot of young guys or even older who are tired of like being lost because there's so much information on the web that you don't even know which one is true or false, and also fake promises. I lost my dad before I could give back to him. I made a promise that I would never let money hurt my family again. And now I'm keeping that promise and I'm helping others do the same. So if you're still here, it means you're serious. So stop waiting. This is your sign. Therefore, don't waste it. You can just click the link, book the call, and we can together see if I can help you build your new life with that business. Like he changed mine literally years before.